Okay, hi everyone, CGTio here, back with another video. Today I'll be playing Hajime no Ippo, the fighting, on PS3. So for those of you guys, as I can tell, because there's a lot of demand for Hajime no Ippo content on my channel, for this quick video, I'll be giving you guys a kind of tour of the menus found within the game. So for some of you guys who don't understand Japanese and stuff like that, I'm here to help you out basically. So obviously we have the main titles here that are in English, thankfully, so that makes it easier for some of you guys. So let's check out the option menu. Over here we have config for configuration, so we'll go here. The options available here are match, like background music. You can have up to max, you can have it all the way to off essentially, but we'll leave it around max, why not? Down here is the evasion type. So we have the standard evasion, which you would activate with the R2 button and maneuver around with the left stick or the left joystick. The second option is the customized, or no, the custom type, which is essentially you use the right joystick to evade instead. I think technically using the right stick would be easier, but I'll just leave it on standard for me personally. Down here we have the menu voice for the character who will be narrating in the main menus basically. So the default character will be Ippo himself.
Hajime no Ippo.
The next one, as we heard, is the owner of the gym. I think it's Tsurukawa. It's been a while since I've actually watched Hajime no Ippo. And the next one we have is Kumi-chan. And we only have these three available and then the settings off. So I'm assuming, obviously, the more you play the main story, the more characters you would unlock for the menu voice. I don't know for definite, but I'm assuming so, because it would kind of be strange to only have 3 characters available, right? So, but we'll put it back to Ippo. Down here we have vibration. If you guys want the vibration on or off, it's now set to off. But if I go turn to the left, or not turn to the left, turn to the right on the D-pad, it will become on. Because I am playing on an emulator, I obviously don't have, I don't believe the RSPC3 emulator has it doesn't have the vibration enabled. It might have, but because I am using a GameCube controller, I don't have that function enabled. So I'll put it back to off because it doesn't really matter to me anyway. Down here we have autosave. So currently it's on setting. If I go to the left on the D-pad, it will now become off. Obviously, I don't know why you would not want the autosave enabled. So I'm going to leave mine on. Over here we have save, manual save if you prefer that instead of the autosave, and then you have the load feature as well. And so that's about it for the option menu. If we go back, we do have the database menu available. So we go over here, we have play data, right? It'll be my first time actually checking out the play data, so I'm not too sure. Oh, okay. So we have records, so So confirm your boxer data so far. So we have over here the different boxers in the game, and obviously how many times. So going from the very top is how many times you've had a match, how many times you fought. Your boxer rank 1, so I'm guessing maybe that's like an arcade mode. At the very top, the one that keeps on counting for the time, it's obviously your playtime as a whole. The one that's highlighted in red is your offense capability, so how many times you've punched maybe, or how much damage you've dealt. The purple one underneath that is your defense capability, or your defense ability. That's 55. Is that good or bad? I have no idea. Your HP, maybe how much HP you've had at the end of a fight, maybe. And then stamina as well, 175, highlighted in yellow. And then we have Seishin Ryoku, I guess willpower, or just willpower in general. That's a 4, pretty low. So I don't know, maybe that's not a good thing at all, but I'm not too sure. And then after that, we have the Genzai no Boxer Pointo. to the points you've accumulated with a certain boxer. So because I've only done the story mode with Ippo, I guess I don't get any points in the story mode for whatever reason. But then the one underneath that is the Sugi no ranku ni hitsuyou na boxer point. So the amount of boxer points I need to go up the next boxer rank. So maybe I do that in like arcade mode or something, I'm not too sure. The one after that, down, is Best Machi Mode Taseritsu. So, okay, so like, the like accomplishment rate or my completion rate on the best match mode. Which is kind of strange. Maybe actually, because when I played last year when I recorded my video on YouTube, for my old channel, Cough Cough, I did, maybe the save file didn't carry over because I changed it from my D drive to my C drive, so I guess the save file got corrupted or something. And then the last one, we have Free Machi Mode Challenge Saiko, oh god, Saiko Gekiha Ninsu. Okay, so like, okay, so like in free match, I think free match is essentially like a survival mode, right? Like how many people, so it's essentially the most amount of people I've beaten in that mode, in that game mode. Obviously, if you use the D-pad to go right and left, you can change your characters. Like for example, we have Tomida Ichiro over here, and Unknown. Okay, so I think the characters I unlocked before, obviously because now it's a new save file, I'd have to unlock everyone again, basically, from the looks of it. Okay, so that's about it for the record area. If we go to skill set, so it would go to skill no kouka wo kakunin, so confirm the skills you have available over here. So we have Dousatsuryoku, which is like observation, I believe. Can we also check it? Oh, so basically it will give you a description at the top of the screen where you see the skill list. Underneath it would tell you what the ability is. So for example, with observation or Dousatsuryoku, 相手の攻撃してくるタイミングが分かるようになります。So it will give you like an indicator for when an opponent will be attacking you, basically. So like, think of Spider-Man's like spider sense, right? You would get like an indicator to indicate, oh, okay, now an enemy's about to attack. Will I block? Will I dodge? Will I counter? That kind of thing, right? Toughness over here. HP の条件を少し上昇します。So it will slightly increase your total HP. And then you can look at this for all of your abilities that you have unlocked, right? So we can go back. And over here we have the tutorial. I'm not sure how in-depth it's going to be. Okay, so all the tutorials you've seen up to so far, it will give you a quick brief look up here and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, everything in the game, it will kind of go over it, essentially. Okay, so that's cool. And then over here, that's about it for the database and option menu. But actually, no. Did I miss something out? Oh, gallery. Okay, we didn't check out the gallery section. I guess we'll check that out now then. So, starting we have history. And we have... Okay, so basically, when you do the story mode for each character, it would give you like a breakdown. Obviously, all the details found here would have been known to you if you read the manga or watched the anime. So there's no new content to my new knowledge, it's just like a recap. Would have been cool if they actually had like the characters voice out their own story to kind of make it more memorable, but if it's just like a wall of text like this, then yeah, it isn't exactly the most captivating form. Okay, we'll go back. We'll go to character. And obviously we have all the characters found in the manga, anime. And obviously the more story modes you do, the more characters you unlock, and obviously the more information you can probably view here. So over here we have an overview, so it would say like like Kaikyu, or like rate or rate class, and obviously Ippo is a feather rate. Then it would show the gym that they're from, basically, and it's like Surukawa Boxing Jimu, right? And then it will give you like a summary of Ippo's character, basically, like, oh, how he was like a bullied high school student, but then he found Mamoru and, you know, became a great boxer, yada yada yada. So if you guys can understand Japanese, or if you can use like a dictionary, then I mean, it's pretty worth checking out. But I'm sure if you go in like Wikipedia, you can obviously look at more. I mean, it'd be easier to like check up in your own native tongue, right, on Wikipedia and something like that. So I feel like if you don't know Japanese, then it's probably not worth looking through, because none of the information seems to be new. Over here we have music, and the music over here can be found in the game. I don't know if I have all the tracks available, but yeah, you have a good number. So all of these options here are the standard forms of the music. So I'm playing a bit here. But if you use the D-pad to go left or right, you can change the variation of the music. So if you go to this one with the left on the D-pad, the one that's highlighted in red, it's when you're like on the losing side, basically. Like when you're losing, this will play. I'll play a bit of it now. So it's like very foreboding, right? Like you're in danger. Yeah, that's a pretty good. It's a pretty good way of having variations. I know most like fighting games would have like maybe two. You have like a regular variation, and then you would have the very intense one, right? So this one's pretty intense. When this one will be playing, highlighted in yellow, when you have an advantage in the fight. So when you're winning, basically. Okay, so it's pretty cool. I wonder how it works if you're like doing like a local multiplayer match, right? Like, would it play? Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe it would just like focus on player one and go from there. Next we have the movie. I won't play all of it, but so obviously I assume most of these would be playing during the main story, right? So we'll just play a bit of this one.
簡単な思いつきでプロになろうなんて言われちゃ困るんだよ。
高村さん、真剣に考えたんです。僕も高村さんみたいに強くなりたい。強いって一体どんな気持ちですか？よく見ててくださいよ。
Okay, so as we saw there, it is quite reminiscent of the anime style, right? That you have the same voice actors, so it's quite nostalgic when you actually play the full story for yourself. And that'll be it for about the movie section. I don't know if there's anything else to comment on, really. We have the free match mode, which obviously... Okay, it looks like the game froze, actually, so... I guess this will be the end of the tutorial video for now. Oh god, yeah, this emulator, I mean, it works wonders most of the time, but it can be quite finicky at times. But anyhow, thank you guys for watching the video. If you want to see more Ippo content, maybe for another Hajime no Ippo game, feel free to comment in the comment section, or DM me on my Twitter or Discord, whichever one you fancy, and I'll get back to you for sure. But yeah, if you guys like the content, feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. And until next time, take care and goodbye.